Victoria Coalition Against Poverty and many other anti-poverty activists in the community have long considered these signs to basically be, part of the war on homelessness and, the marginalized street community here in Victoria. And basically these signs are pretty much a political act on behalf of a lot of the businesses and stuff. I guess they're issued by the Downtown Victoria Business Association in association with the Victoria Police Department, and I guess we feel that these signs just further marginalize people living on the street. What these signs kind of represent is that if you have money, you have rights. And people that don't have money, who maybe have to sleep in doorways or panhandle to get a few extra dollars for food. This is just making their lives more difficult. It's a statement against them as they're walking by on the street, and it's saying, okay, you are not welcome here because you don't have any money. And is this the kind of society we want to live in, where the only way that you can actually interact in this society and be accepted is if you have the money? So I think that kind of plays into it,
And what sort of effects do you think it has on the overall community for people to see the signs that the Operation Public Space has put up?
Hopefully, people would understand the message and just think more about the issues. It's hard. Like, I think with campaigns like this, I don't necessarily think it's gonna change people's hearts and minds by the mass or whatever, but I think what it probably does is it just gets more people thinking and talking about the issues, and hopefully also brings more people who are concerned about poverty issues out, saying, yeah, well, that's a good thing, I could get behind that. And because we are trying to build a very strong anti-poverty movement here in Victoria, because there are a lot of issues, especially facing the street population here, and they need people to defend them. And I think this was a great, Victoria Coalition Against Poverty endorses the actions of Operation Public Space.
One last question. What's your kind of reaction to the reactions by the Downtown Business Association or the media coverage of this issue?
I guess I was a little surprised there wasn't more media coverage, because technically, 150, 200 businesses were vandalized in one night. So you would have thought, given the fact that somebody smashed Mayor Fortin's car window or painted on his house or whatever, which made the front page of everything and made national news. So one politician's house makes national news. 200 businesses in Victoria downtown getting vandalized gets one small story on A Channel. So I'm not sure why that is. I can't really comment on why. And so far, I haven't heard of anything in terms of a police response or a response from the city, or even anything from the Downtown Victoria Business Association, except for what they were quoted on A Channel. But yeah, hopefully, if these kinds of operations go off in the future, that there is wider media coverage, because there needs to be greater discourse in the community about these issues.